Okay, everybody, this is round two, and so this one I'm going to show you what it looks like when your budget request is approved, and I also want to show you what it looks like on the administrator side, so you see the back end of this as well. So I already have this open. This is what the budget request looks like that I submitted a minute ago, but on the Student Association side. So this is exactly what it looks like. Obviously we have administrator rights up here, so it'll tell them exactly what the budget name is that I put in, my organization, when I put it in, who put it in, which was me, and the status that's pending. So in BAC committee, what they will do is they will go down and they will look at all of my invoices and they will double check everything and make sure it is all appropriate and makes sense, and that yes, I am looking for $600 and it is an actual invoice and not anything else that is inadequate for a budget request. So here we go. So in Senate, if this is approved, then what will happen is the VP for Finance, in this case Brian Keegan, will approve or deny the request. So if it's approved, fantastic. They can defer or they can request more information in BAC committee. So in this hypothetical case, let's say that it was approved. Yay! So what they're going to do is Brian will come in here and he will put in how much money that they had approved. So Senate does have the opportunity to table or to motion to lessen the amount that's requested. So just keep that in mind. So that's why in the event that you see this number different than the number that you requested, don't freak out. This is exactly what happened. And your senator should be able to tell you what exactly happened with these requests, because that's one of the most important parts of the senator's job, or at least for your organization's case. So let's say it was approved, everything was fantastic, and what they will do is they'll click on approve, and they will submit. Okay, so what will happen is if I went in under the organization, so let's say my senator comes back to me and says, oh, our budget was approved. Okay, fantastic. So as the administrator there or the VP for Finance, I would go back into my budgets, okay? And again, like I said earlier, my status has now changed to approved. Alrighty, so then what I'm going to do, and again, this is after the Senate meeting, after Fridays, I would be going in and I'd be looking at everything. So if I come in, now it may show you multiple different events. So what I would do is I would click on the budget that I would like to request payment for. And again, here's all the information. I would request payment. Okay. Now this looks very similar. It's just reiterating the same information. So payment type, for the most part, just put internal chargebacks. I think we may be changing these just to payment type, and it will most likely say SDCA pay. And what will happen is you will have to follow up with us or work with a SAM or a grad assistant or a full-time staff member to put in these payment requests. This is just to ask Senate to release this money. And you're just going to put in the same amount. So in the event that you were able to get the person to bring down the food price, then you would be able to change that. So if I had, worked out a deal and that I could actually get it for $500, then that would work too. In this case, let's just say that I'm not that slick and I had to pay the full $600 and then swing for $250. So here, what we ask is for you to just upload all of your invoices once again. So here, obviously this is my swank invoice, so I would put this in just to make sure that I'm putting in the same information all the time. Okay, it may seem repetitive, but this is just to make sure that we don't miss any information. And that's why I suggest that you put all of these invoices on your desktop or in one specific place. Okay, and then here for comments, you might want to put something like spoke with B&G, which is Buildings and Grounds, and setup is all set. And you also may want to be coming back here and checking, because this is where an SDCA rep would probably ask you questions. Submit. Okay. Now in here you might also want to maybe not in here, but you would also definitely want to put in the waiver that because I am using an outside vendor, I'm using the lotus flower. You would have to include the waiver that you requested from Chartwell's because they do have priority over our event, so they absolutely have the first bid. And usually they're very good about it. It just takes one email, but definitely include that here, okay? So then again, here are my payment requests. So this payment request is pending. And again, this will also change depending, very similar to your BMS. Whenever a staff member comes in and finishes, when you come in, it will say something has been finished. So I can very easily, if I was working on the event, or let's say my GA was working on this event, they would say, spoke with B&G also, just to double check, not a problem. Or they may say, Ed Media suggests that you have 3 hours instead of 4, and then we can bring down the payment price. And that's it. It's pretty straightforward, and I hope that this clarifies some things for you guys, and I will be posting this so this way you'll be able to show other students as well, and hopefully the transition will be a little bit smoother from semester to semester. So feel free to ask questions. Bye guys.